The plan for this trip was to travel the length of Japan by bicycle. So far I had cycled around Hokkaido and reached Cape Soya, the northernmost point of Japan. I then made my way south, took a ferry to Honshu, and travelled through Tohoku, arriving in Sendai in late October. From here, I would cycle all the way down to the south point of Japan. But as I left Sendai, there was a small problem.
Okay, so I stayed in Sendai last night with the guy from Warm Showers, and unfortunately another typhoon's coming. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to hide tonight, but I don't even know.
I spent one night in an internet cafe. This might sound like a strange place to stay, but in Japan it's pretty normal. For a little over 2,000 yen I got a small booth for 12 hours. It's not a bad option to stay dry, catch up on sleep and football highlights, and there's even a free drinks bar included with soup and coffee.
Okay, pretty bad weather, and I've just checked out of the internet cafe. And I've got 35 kilometers to go. Yeah, I think it's gonna rain all day, so I just have to go in the rain. I'm staying with the guy from Warm Showers so I can get dried when I'm there, and tomorrow the weather should be good to go further. Just gotta do it today. I've just been down to this food onsen, relax a bit. Yeah, my host John is gonna finish work soon, and he said he'll show me around in his car, so a bit of a break from the bike.
After taking photos, we stopped for some leek soba, and I was a little worried by the snow on the way home. This was the second typhoon to slow me down, so I planned a few long days to Tokyo. I figured I could do it in 3 days, stopping halfway at Utsunomiya and visiting Nikko on day 2.
Coming up to 11 PM and I'm cycling out to the campsite. It's been probably the longest day so far. I've cycled 150 kilometers or so. I know it's going to be a bit of a climb. Hopefully should get there within about half an hour. Whew. It'll be good to lie down tonight. Okay, that was the longest day I've ever had. Cycled maybe more than 150 kilometers. Waited around the city, and then I've just got my tent set up. It must be between 11 and 11:30 at night, but it's a perfect night for camping. Okay, gotta sleep. Okay, and it's morning, and it's a pretty nice campsite. And we're gonna head up to Nikko, which is about 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. So I can just leave all my stuff here, I think. Should be fine. And come back and stay here again, so. Taking it easy today. Pretty tired after yesterday though.
It wasn't the easy day I was expecting, cycling a 70-kilometer round trip up into the mountains. It was weird because after seeing almost no foreign tourists on this whole trip, I arrived to the small mountain village and it was packed. I didn't really like the crowds or the tourist buses, so I left and enjoyed the peaceful downhill cycle back to the campsite.
5 AM and I've been sleeping for about 10 or 11 hours, so I might as well get up. So let's get up and eat breakfast, pack down the tent in the dark, get away early and try and get to Tokyo. It's about 6 AM and the mist is just rising off the fields at sunrise. Unbelievable. I'm in Tokyo and I have to push my bike over all train tracks. And look at the ramp on this one. Had to take all my stuff off. Nightmare.
I knew that Tokyo was a little more than halfway point on my trip, but it was November 7th when I was leaving. Since I didn't have as much time as I would have liked, I decided to follow Route 1 to Nagoya, which was too much of this and not enough of this.
Okay, here's last night's campsite. Just watching sunrise now, and just over there is Mount Fuji. To Kyoto, so even though it's 9 o'clock at night, I'm gonna just keep going for a bit until I find somewhere to camp. I thought this would be a quiet park, but everyone's out taking pictures of the castle.
It was a pity that of the 60 kilometers I cycled along Lake Biwa, 30 kilometers was in the dark and 30 kilometers was in the rain the following morning.
Just got enough shopping from the rain. And it's still raining pretty heavily, but I'm getting close to Kyoto. I just left Kyoto this morning and I'm headed back home, and I'm just seeing the signs now. Tottori, Route 9 all the way. 159 kilometers, so I'll probably get there tomorrow. Okay, it's a little before 6 a.m. and I'm just cooking breakfast on my stove here. Just camped here tonight, and yeah, looking forward to getting to Tottori. 140 kilometers or so. That was a long climb up, and I'm now up at a tunnel which is more than a kilometer long.
I wasn't aware at the time, but I was being spied on.
Okay, it's been 110 kilometers today, and I'm finally in Tottori. And I have another 25 to go to the city. Got the sun setting just over there, and I'm just getting into Tottori now.
Although I'd left 4 months ago, Tottori still felt like home, and it was good to see my friends again. The plan was to stay here for a week, then continue to Kyushu, but as I'll explain next time, leaving wasn't easy.